Hey, welcome back. Hope everybody is having a great 4th of July, and thank you so much for joining me talking all things Masters of the Universe. Today on the channel, everyone, I thought it'd be kind of fun to do a little review of the CGI Masters of the Universe, or the He-Man and the Masters of the Universe line. So I picked out 4 random figures to take a look for the next couple of days. Alright, so we have Man-at-Arms, which will be the main focus of today's re-review. Then on Friday, we'll look at Trap Jaw. Then we'll look at Beastman on Saturday. And finally, we'll look at the Sorceress. Alright. So yeah, it's been a couple months since we did this a re-review or a relook at the CGI line. It's been about 3 months since then. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to head back to this, I guess you would call it the black sheep of the modern day He-Man collecting figure line. The line is, of course, now done. It's over with. But, I do have some fond memories of this line here. And speaking of which, I do have a new figure as filming this coming to the collection very soon. It's a figure that I do need to, add to the collection. Something I need to complete it. So it should be on its way. And I cannot wait to show you guys coming very soon. To the channel. Alright, so but if you are new to my channel or first time watching, I hope you will subscribe afterwards. I hope everyone hits that like button, and thank you guys so much for doing that. Hit that notification bell when you upload new videos, and please share this video who has a passion and a love for collecting all things Masters of the Universe. Without further ado, let's take a little revisit of the CGI line version of Man-at-Arms. Okay, so I'm gonna get the other guys out of the way real fast. So we look at good old Duncan here. And speaking of Duncan, I'm thinking about doing a full-on, history of every version of Duncan or Man-at-Arms I have in my modern-day collection. I mean, he's got so many figures that it's crazy. In fact, we're getting that Man of War figure, hopefully very soon in the Masters line. So I think that'll be kind of a cool thing to do. All right, so stay tuned for that. All right. But first of all, let's take a look at the figure of the packaging really fast. So here is the CGI version of Duncan in the packaging. So there he is with a nice glamour shot of Duncan right there. You have the CGI version of Grayskull. You get the Netflix logo. This was a part of Netflix. This show came out roughly the same time, if you are new to my channel, during the same time as the Revelation show. So basically there was 2 He-Man shows on Netflix. It lasted about 3 seasons. And for me personally, it was a great show. I thought it was a fun show to watch. This is more targeted to the kid base He-Man collectors. Alright, more of the youngsters. But you have the He-Man and the Master Members logo right here. There's old Duncan right there. He got his club. There he is. A much different take on Duncan. Alright, he has the power attack feature. Man-at-Arms. Now, of course, this brand is not as articulated as the Origins line, okay? But they're the same height, okay? And this line right here, goes back, this is like they're more of the, and I have him right here, more of that 80s style version of the figures there. No articulation in the arms or elbows or in the legs. But like the vintage, 80s versions of the line of He-Man, they do have that power attack snap feature. I can get it back like that. Has that spring-loaded waist right there. Very cool. Okay, but a very cool figure, And like I said, this is a line that I really wished that Mattel would have pushed a little bit harder to, get us collectors to collect. If they did that, I think the line would have kept going, but unfortunately, it did not. This is the power-up version of Duncan, believe it or not. There is, if the line had continued, and Mattel had tried harder to push this line on us collectors, I think I would have no doubt in my mind that we would have gotten the unpowered version of Duncan. Now, if you're not aware of what I'm talking about, this version of the He-Man Master of the Universe Netflix show took He-Man in a whole different direction. I always call this like a multiverse, and this is a different version of He-Man, where in this universe, like Duncan, Teela, everyone else knows that Adam is Prince Adam, okay? They know that already, all right? And everyone from Cringer to everyone like Duncan and Teela and use the power of Grayskull, like He-Man or Adam, to power up their abilities. And Duncan is no different. Okay, same thing with Skeletor and all his baddies in this particular universe. They have used the power of Havoc to call upon to hyping up their abilities and their magic and strengths and weapons and stuff like that. So this is a different take on He-Man, but I like that. I like that. For me personally, I don't mind a change, something different, something new. And I said this before lots of times on my channel here about this particular line. And that's, for me, I like that. Like I said, I don't see no problem with that, And because the core of the values of He-Man is still there, he still calls Adams is still Adam. He calls down the power of Grayskull to call down to transform to He-Man, and it's a really fun show, and I would check it out. I recommend checking out this show if you wish. It's 3 seasons long. It's a lot of fun, and it's something that I really wish that Mattel would have really, pushed a little bit harder, because this brand came up with a variety of figures and vehicles, even their own Grayskull. This Grayskull here, let me get the right here, there is a playset right here, and this Grayskull is great. This Grayskull is a lot of fun. In fact, I might do a revisit of this Grayskull. It lights up. It's got sound effects. It got all really cool, like the gun turrets and trap doors, like everything, really, really cool. Automatic gate as well. I mean, you name it. This thing is cool and it's amazing, and I do recommend checking out my video on the Grayskull, or just wait for the my revisit of Grayskull. All right, but speaking back to Duncan here. All right, I'm kind of getting a little ahead of myself, but as you can see, and I can show you right here in the image, you can see the really cool, you can see the face sculpt inside the visor. I'm just gonna get a better shot right here of Duncan right here, which is a really cool trick. I really like that right there. He's got the same orange like Duncan is known for right there. Big old club. Alright. Let's flip around to the back here really fast. Alright. So here's the back of the packaging right here. There, so you can see the face sculpt a little bit better. There's the crystallized version of his club right there. You see the power attack feature that is known, that the CGI line is known for. I'm kind of giving the, a little tribute to the 80s line of their attack, waist attack. Of course, there's the cross-sell of He-Man and Skeletor in this line. Alright. So very cool. Very cool. I'm happy to have it in my collection. Alright, and I have to start, believe it or not, I gotta start, getting, more of these figures so I can get my loose collection. Because my loose collection of the CG line is very, very limited right now. Like I said, this line was not pushed hard enough, I feel, from Mattel. Now, like I said, I know it's not, this is not a very popular line when it came out. I get it, because it was more targeted to the kids. But this was still, for me, He-Man, the Master of the Universe. Like I said, this was a great line to collect, and I have the entire single-carded retail releases. I'm just missing a few other, like bigger, like 7-inch, 12-inch scale figures in this collection. And other than that, I am complete. I am done. So, yeah, I mean, this, like I said, it was a great line. So I can get my little turntable here. So I can get Duncan standing up here. Do a little. There you go. But yeah, this was a fun line to to collect. Like I said, this is a great line. I've said this before on my channel. This was a line that, for the next generation of collectors. Something new, that, your family and your young ones, and yourself too, can collect, to start collecting this amazing line of Masters of the Universe figures. But there you go. There's a look at Duncan right here. Let me show you a little bit before the head is fully articulated right there. Like I said, the arms are not bendable because they're not fully articulated, because it has that same kind of style of the 80s line of their arms right here. So you cannot bend at the elbows. You can twist the hands, though. You can twist the hands right there. You can do that. But of course, you cannot move the hands. You can't pop the head off. You can't pop from the waist. You can't bend at the knees. It's just basically like up and down, like running, like you have with the 80s line of Masters of the Universe. But very cool, very cool. So let me know your comments, in the comments below, your thoughts of this line. Did you collect any of these figures when they first came out? Did you try to, get them all, or did you get certain figures, or didn't even bother? You're like, you know what, this line is not for me, but I prefer the Origins line, I prefer the Masterverse line, Mondo, Funko Pops. I got plenty of other amazing He-Man, Master of Universe figures to collect for. So I'm going to do a pass right now, but if anything changes, you might change your mind. This line is fully complete now. And I feel like this is a line that people are going to be talking about down the road because it's over now, and maybe they'll go up in value. I'm hoping. I don't know, but so let me know in the comments below your thoughts and feelings of the CGI line of the Netflix show of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. But there you go. All right. I'd like to take the time now, of course, to thank my subscribers. Thank you guys for joining me on this very historic day. Thank you for taking the time, for a few minutes to join me today. And that's why I picked the CGI line for the next couple of days, because it is 4th of July week. So I know this week everyone's going to be having fun with their family and friends, cooking outs, camping, the fireworks, pool parties, you name it. So that's why I picked do a revisit of the CGI line. So, and I'm waiting for some new figures to show up. I've got the Evil Lyn from the Master of the Universe, Masterverse line coming very soon to unbox. I have that new figure from the CGI line that I'm looking forward to showing you guys to add to the collection. So there's a lot of cool things coming very, very soon to the channel. So I hope you guys have a great 4th of July, and I'll see you guys on Friday. Take care, and have a good one, everybody.